Siema, z tej strony Polski Gracz, widzimy się w koleciku z Vampyra. No i cóż, jesteśmy w mieście, w którym chcemy odkryć szantażystę. Tak w ogóle też myślę, że te odcinki właśnie tak postaramy się, żeby teraz były takie krótsze trochę, wiecie. Tak do półgodzinne myślę, że idealnie to będzie. Żeby tak też trochę na spokojnie. Wow! Tu zamknięte. Dobra, tam zaraz, teraz tu zobaczmy, co się wydarzyło. Co tu się wydarzyło w ogóle?
The bastard at the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Ciekawe.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her...
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Huh.
What happened?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with it.
O,
It's part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
dobra.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street.
What? You saw what happened?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor.
Panie
No
doktorze.
one can help me. Not even you.
O, muszę tego też od razu powiedzieć.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy?
Funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
O kurde.
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What can you tell?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live. This is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben.
Perhaps you could focus.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he...
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Kurde.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they?
Stres
I
powojenny?
need some
Coś
answers,
takiego.
Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock.
Nerwica
I've
wojenna,
seen
o.
a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
Not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
Okej.
Gun up.
Jeju, ile tu jest tych alejek, co?
Sort of bloody joke to you, innit?
Tu co mamy? Ciekawe. Kurde, gruba jest ta dzielnica, muszę wam przyznać. Duża. Ile tu papierośnic? Dobra, stąd przyszedłem. Na razie mocno po omacku się poruszałem po tej dzielnicy, no ale trudno. Dobra, może najpierw tam jeszcze pójdziemy, co? Oj, tu zaliczymy wszystko.
Good evening.
To co za jedna?
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Dobra.
Do you know
I don't like to talk about competition.
competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Ciekawe, co ta siostra Crane robi.
Who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mint florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Dobra.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine.
Nie wiem, czy jest sens to kupić. No nie wiem, zobaczmy, co my kupiliśmy. Takiego kota w worku trochę. Tutaj oni są.
I'll not die in some piss stinking alley reeking worse than a week old lappy.
Aha, dobra. To jesteście wy. Spoko.
I cannot enter.
Na to nic nie ma. Okej.
Cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
It's locked.
Fabułki jeszcze nie. Chcemy najpierw poznawać te... te osoby.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Powiadaj, Barret.
Please,
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor. Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Szukam
Have
siostry
you heard of a
Crane.
nurse?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse then. Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea
O!
Cranium. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions
O, proszę.
for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Czyli ogólnie taka pomocna jest trochę.
How is business?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
No to chyba ten, co przed chwilą z nim gadał.
Whitechapel every day.
Się wszystkiego dowiemy.
Have you noticed any?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is...
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Skalę, zapewne. To co? Barrett Lewis. Dobijmy targu.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Okej.
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard?
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Oh.
Could you please tell me more?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
According to you, physicians are not...
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I'll get
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you...
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now, sod.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Huh.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ciekawe. No dobra, żegnam.
Goodbye. Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like...
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then.
Czy ktoś z twoim ojcem, Harry?
I'm a Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of...
A, tego tutaj
Can you
jest
tell me about your
synem.
father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you
Człowiek w
stay
ogóle z domu nie wychodzi.
for fear of the epidemic.
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Dobra.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Tobie dam, splądrujmy.
It's locked, all right.
Co tu mamy?
It's locked, all right.
O! Okej, ciekawe, ciekawe, ale, moi drodzy, tutaj mamy...
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be what?
O, osobiste pytania, ojciec szukał uczciwej
Would it
pracy, o.
ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job?
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't...
Goodbye, young.
Dobra.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
You again?
Osobiste pytanie.
Harry doesn't seem...
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have...
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off...
Kurde. Dobra.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Dobra.
Goodbye.
Kogo tutaj mamy?
Don't be shy, handsome.
I'm not looking for what you're saying. But I'd like to...
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Okej.
Do you know Nurse...
I don't know her, but I know
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of...
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading...
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Papa.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it isn't.
Goodbye.
Ksiądz?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
I am Dr. Jonathan.
A scientist.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy?
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So you're not exactly a fan of...
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Huh.
Why do you hate
Before coming to London, she was a member
O!
of the communist resistance in her country.
Komuchy się nie lubią z
That's
kościołem.
what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Ksiądz to zdecydowanie nie jest zarównouprawnieniem.
What do you mean when you say that...
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
What do you mean when you say...
All science.
Quite... Well, what do you... What... Tell me, Tobias. What exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more...
Have you any...
No.
Where did you...
I sent Samuel to the Stone Bridge
You...
as a true believer.
Dobra.
I have had an...
Dosyć szurnięty ten ksiądz.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll...
Aha. Tu odblokowałem, no dobra. Tu jeszcze ktoś
I'm
był.
cheap and I'm clean.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon.
Dziennikarz chyba, co? Dobra.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent?
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
What is a journalist?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the...
So you risk your life?
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is real?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work.
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever...
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Okej.
Goodbye.
O. Też tu nic nie ma. Tak, bo moi drodzy, czas trochę gdzieś tam ograniczony jest.
Cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
No i niestety będę musiał kończyć, moi drodzy, ten odcinek. Ja wam za niego bardzo dziękuję, zostawcie łapkę w górę. No i co, moi drodzy? Do usłyszenia w kolejnych po prostu filmach na tym kanale. Też dowiedziałem się, że nie trzeba zasypiać, żeby save się zrobił, więc nie będziemy zasypiali, bo wtedy za dużo chorób się jakby... Za dużo chorób powstaje i w ogóle, więc no... Do usłyszenia, cześć!